Hello everyone, my name is Asisipho Mbingeleli and welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, guys, we are answering this excretion question from a previous life sciences national paper. Love this topic. Okay, so let's go through it, guys. Remember, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please kindly hit that subscribe button, like the video, share the link with your classmates and your schoolmates, and also please do comment down below. Let me know if you're enjoying the videos. Let me know if you learned something, if you're preparing for a test, or if there's a specific topic that you would like me to cover. Please indicate all of that information in the comments section. All right, a line diagram of the nephron is shown below. So this is obviously a nephron. That's the functional unit of the kidney, right? We know that. That's the functional unit of the kidney. I'm just going to increase the thickness a little bit. Okay. Up to you if you want to give out labels of the nephron before you go through the questions or after. It's up to you. I don't want to make the video long because there's a second question that we're also going to do. So let me go right straight into it. All right. So the first question, give the letter and the name of the part of the nephron where tubular excretion occurs. So tubular excretion, we are talking about removing waste substances from the blood into the tubules. So that will definitely take place at C. So the letter is C over here, and that is the distal convoluted tubule. Distal convoluted tubule. So you get a mark for the letter and mark for the name. Now, there was accommodation for this question. If learners selected B, collecting duct, they also got a mark for it. Let me not complicate things. Yeah, they also got a mark for it. So letter and the name of the part of the nephron where salt is actively pumped out. It will be the ascending limb of the Henle. Even if you said loop of Henle, it's fine. The letter is D for the ascending limb of Henle. If you say loop of Henle, that is also correct. Then explain. You're going to explain here 3 structural adaptations of structure A for efficient filtration. How many marks? 6. That's a lot of marks. We're not skipping this question, guys. We are not leaving an empty space. We are going to explain, because I'm very sure that your teacher has explained ultrafiltration in detail. Now, ultrafiltration, or wowsies, ultrafiltration or glomerular filtration is a process that will take place in the Malpighian body, right? In the Malpighian body, which is made up of the Bowman's capsule, and the glomerulus, this capillary network in the middle. All right, so incoming blood, which is obviously brought to the glomerulus by the afferent arteriole, A for approach. Then obviously pressure, hydrostatic pressure is created here that will lead to small substances in the blood plasma to be pushed out of the capillary network of the glomerulus rather, into the capsular space of the Bowman's capsule. Any blood substance that is small in size will remain in the blood, and that will obviously be carried by the efferent arteriole, okay, which will form the second capillary network, which is the peritubular capillary network. Okay, those are the basics. Yes, the specialized cells over here with slits that will allow these substances that are pushed out of the blood to pass through. Then we speak about all of these substances now forming what we call a glomerular filtrate. And this will be both useful substances and waste products. But yeah, let me not make this video to be long, because I can see I'm kind of now explaining the whole process of ultrafiltration, and there's no need for that. If you need me to explain it in detail, please do let me know, and I will gladly record a video and explain it for you guys. All right, so when you speak about structural adaptations, we can start by let's see. Let me speak about the podocytes, specialized cells. There's podocytes lining the inner wall of the Bowman's capsule. So there's podocytes lining the Bowman's capsule. And the effect of that will be to allow, so these podocytes, they have slits to allow small substances to pass through. That's the first structural adaptation. Okay, so this will be marked podocytes lining the Bowman's capsule for substances to pass through. That's the first one. Then the second one, we can speak about the difference in size between the afferent and the efferent arteriole. So the afferent arteriole is wider than the efferent arteriole, which will obviously create pressure arteriole, which will create pressure in the blood in the glomerulus. Let's just summarize it like that. Okay, then how would that be marked? There you go. The third one that we can speak about is the dense capillary network, or the cup-shaped Bowman's capsule, to increase the surface area. Correct. So the cup shape Bowman's capsule to increase the surface area. The surface area for filtration. How would that be marked? That's your 6 marks. We're not skipping any question. All right. Please do let me know in the comment section. That's all. Wow. Excuse me, guys. It's 11 p.m. Also mention on your side in the comment section, say, ma'am, I will not skip any question. Please. I don't want you guys to lose these marks. Okay. 3.1.3. Describe how the reabsorption of the following substances take place in part F. Let's see, what is part F? Oh, there is part F, which is the PCT, proximal convoluted tubule. How does glucose get reabsorbed back into the blood, and how does water get reabsorbed back into the blood? Now, with glucose, it will be absorbed by active reabsorption. So active transport, you can say that active transport or active reabsorption. So obviously energy is going to be needed here. Yeah, active reabsorption, ATP energy, even if you don't mention ATP. So this will be produced by cuboidal epithelial cells. Cuboidal epithelial cells that are obviously lining the PCT. So 1 mark. Water by osmosis. So you can say by osmosis, or by passive transport. So water will move from a region of a high water potential to a region of a low water potential. Okay, water will move from a region of high water potential to low water potential. You write it in full, guys, please. All right, last question. Describe the role of ADH on structure B and C when the body is dehydrated. Describe the role of ADH. Remember, ADH is a hormone, right? ADH is a hormone that is I don't want to be too technical because I don't think in grade 11 we are technical about what produces it and what secretes it. So I'll just speak about pituitary gland because I think that's what's in the grade 11 notes. Okay, so which is the structure we find in the brain. So it will be producing this ADH, and this is a hormone that is responsible for regulating water concentration in the blood. All right, or in the body. So describe the role of ADH on structure B and C when the body is dehydrated. What is B and C? Collecting duct and the distal convoluted tubule. All right, this takes us back to homeostasis, guys, to understand when exactly ADH is secreted and what it does to the renal tubules to either facilitate a higher reabsorption of water or less reabsorption of water. Okay, so how we're going to answer this is more ADH will be produced. So if the body is dehydrated, we are going to produce more ADH. Remember, with hormones, you are allowed to write abbreviations. You don't have to write the full name, antidiuretic hormone. More ADH will be produced, which means more ADH will produce, which means B and C will become more permeable. Remember, if more ADH will be produced, that means more of it will travel in the blood to the kidneys to cause the renal tubules to be more permeable. The word more is important, to become more permeable. And when these renal tubules are more permeable, that means more water leaves the renal tubules. Because you are dehydrated, we don't want you to lose more water now. So more water will leave the renal tubules and be reabsorbed back into the blood. More water will leave the renal tubules and be reabsorbed back in the blood. Because if this water doesn't get reabsorbed back into the blood, it will form urine and it will be excreted. That's not what we want. You are already dehydrated, so your body is trying to save as much water as possible. That's why the water will leave the renal tubules, meaning it will no longer be part of the filtrate that will be urine. So it will be reabsorbed back into the blood. The key words more. If you don't have that word, you actually lose a mark.